All right, welcome back to Hot Stove, and this from the Astros X account, headed to Cooperstown. Congrats to Billy Wagner on being elected to the Hall of Fame. Billy's going to be here along with Ichiro and CC Sabathia Friday, so do tune in. We'll have some first-person conversation with the new Hall of Fame class, and who better to discuss a new Hall of Famer who'll go in as an Astro than a guy who's on the Mount Rushmore for the franchise, seven-time All-Star, future, or rather fellow Astros Hall of Famer, and Major League Baseball Hall of Famer Craig Biggio joining us. Craig, good morning. Thanks for the conversation today. We ran a great feature that you voiced, making a great impassioned case for Wags getting into the Hall of Fame last week. Tell us about your thoughts when you got the news yesterday that Billy's going to Cooperstown.
Well, we were just totally excited and elated. I mean, you got to understand, I mean, this is his 10th year on the ballot, his last year and the last opportunity. And, you know, you come 5 votes shy the year before. And obviously I've been there before because I had 2 my second year. And everybody says you're going to get in, you're going to make it, and so on and so forth. But you never know. But then again, after, you know, we found out that he got it, we were totally excited for him, his family, the organization, our fan base. He meant so much to us, and I couldn't think of a guy that deserves it, has earned it, and we're really excited about having a good time up there at Cooperstown this year with him.
Hey, Craig, I mean, his numbers playing for you are just phenomenal, but 1999, I mean, it's like video game numbers, you know, 74 and 2/3 innings pitched. He had an ERA of 1.57, strike out almost 15 guys per 9, didn't give up any home runs. No one got a hit off of him. Like, what was it like playing behind him when he came in the game?
Well, I mean, it's kind of funny. Sometimes we just joke around, having a couple of beers after the game. Might as well just lay down and sit down like king in the court in softball at times. You know what I mean? Because he just goes ahead and strikes everybody out. But he was, you know, he came at a perfect time for us where, you know, we needed a guy like him. We needed a closer. And he just fit in perfect with our team, his personality, and then obviously his dominance in the way that he just dominated everybody. And listen, I don't care who you're standing, Dan, you know it yourself, that it's really hard to win in baseball when you can't look to the 9th inning and have somebody out there like a Billy Wagner or a dominant closer like that you know the game's going to be pretty much over. And to have him going out there day in and day out and take the ball whenever we needed him to take the ball, and that's what he did.
You know, I'm thinking about different versions, different years of those great runs that you had in Houston, Craig, and the 98 team pops into my mind. Yourself, Jeff, of course, Hall of Famers, Billy now a Hall of Famer, and that's when Randy Johnson came over too. I don't know if you were ever privy to any of the conversations that Billy had pitching-wise with Randy, but the impact that Randy had on Billy was clear, revised his slider, and he took off to new heights. What do you remember about the 98 group after Randy Johnson came aboard?
Well, after we got Randy, that was just kind of the, you know, listen, we're the Houston Astros, and at that time, you know, we didn't make really big splashes or do big moves like that. And being able to get a guy like Randy at that time, he came in, went 11-1, and he did everything and anything that you could have asked the guy to do, and especially in a trade like that. But then also to have the impact that you could have on other pitchers, younger pitchers and pitchers on that team, that they could watch how he prepared, watch how he went about his business and how he was all business. And then obviously him and Wags hit it off, and then he showed him how to change his slider a little bit, which even made Billy even more nastier. And, you know, and the rest was kind of history. But, the 98 team was, you know, I said it for a while, it was probably one of the best teams that we've had here in Houston until, you know, the guys that we've had here lately that have gone to, you know, the World Series very consistently.
So let me ask you this question. If Billy asked your advice, now that you're yourself a Hall of Famer, like, what would you tell him about the experience, the speech that day in Cooperstown, and what is it like to live now a life as a Hall of Famer?
You know, I think, you know, the biggest thing for Billy right now is that it's going to be a whirlwind. Like last night I called him, I finally got through to him, and I'm like, dude, I know your phone's blowing up. I'm not going to keep you long. Good luck answering all the text messages that you have to answer. And then he's going to go up to Cooperstown and get the induction and walk through the hallways and see where his plaque is going to go, and go down in the archives and see all this crazy stuff that you're going to be part of. And then you're going to leave there, and then you're going to have to figure out, okay, I have to write a speech. And that's the hardest part, because you want to make sure you get it right. And you got to keep it within a 15-minute window or something like that. So you want to make sure that you you do it right, and then you get it right, and then when it's over, it's a great feeling because then you sit down and then you can enjoy Cooperstown for the rest of your life with the new team and family that you're part of. And being a Hall of Famer, Dan, now is, it's just it's a totally incredible feeling. But then again, we don't look at ourselves as like we're different than anybody else. We just play the game like everybody else, and we're very fortunate just to be in a magical place up there.
I mean, Craig, you've always been a really relatable guy, considering your skill and what you accomplished as a player. So I want to hear from your lens. Like, first of all, it's hard to believe it's almost been 10 years that you've been going up there as an active Hall of Famer, right? You go to the dinner beforehand. Like, what's the part of that experience that you still kind of pinch yourself over and say, holy cow, I feel like I'm 12 years old in this room?
Well, there's two things. You sit, induction day when you're sitting, behind the inductees that are getting inducted, and it's just looking out at the immense crowds that come up there. And I can only imagine what it's going to be like this year with Ichiro. I mean, it's just going to be crazy. And then the other one is really the the private dinner that we have. And you just get to look around at the Cal Ripken tables and then the pitcher tables and then Ozzie Smith's table. It's just George Brett's table. And you sit there and you have a couple glasses of wine and you just sit there and you got to take it in and go, man, this is crazy that, you're sitting in a room like this and now Billy's going to be part of it. We have 3 teammates up there, and it's just it's a magical time of year. And my wife and I and my family look forward to it every year.
Yeah, that's so cool. That's so cool. Who's at the Craig Biggio table?
Well, I'm fortunate. I mean, Jeter's been sitting there, Poppy's been there, but George Brett has been there, Paul Molitor, Robin Yount at times.
Wow.
So we got, so it's kind of it's pretty cool, and usually it's based off of home runs or, who's got so many home runs, and you get the 500, 600 guys or whatever, and the little guys, and then the in-betweeners and pitchers. And but it's pretty special because it's it's a bond, been going up there for 10 years. We don't miss it, but it's just the relationships that you make and you continue to have, and they get stronger and stronger as like being a part of a team. And as you get to know each other, more personally. The saddest thing is that we lose quite a few guys, every year too, which is very sad.
Yeah. I can't imagine being at a table with George Brett and David Ortiz. No one gets a word in edgewise.
Yeah, yep, that would be interesting.
That's a fabulous
stories.
table.
I just would like to be a fly on the wall and hear the stories.
Craig, Harold's usually here on this program. He was doing the Hall of Fame show the last couple days, and he has called in because he has a question for you. HR, are you there? You got? We have Harold on the phone. We have Harold. We do? Yes, we do. Okay, Harold, what do you got for Craig?
Now, who shot all those deer in the background?
Oh, come on, man.
Oh, you like that right there? That was a deer I shot a long, long time ago. But myself and my family and some buddies, we really enjoyed bow hunting. So that's part of our winter time getting together.
Leave it to Harold to notice the deer.
Adios.
Adios, Harold. Way to go. Craig, we appreciate the visit, man. Congratulations on stumping for your buddy and getting Billy Wagner in there. We did a lot of it ourselves, too, and we're all happy on his behalf. Thanks for the time today.
You got it. Anytime, guys. Appreciate it.